In this nonstop world we live in, what's the real connection between our minds and our health? Well, today, we're diving into a source that maps out this powerful link between our awareness, our well-being, and our body's just incredible ability to heal.
So let's start with a feeling that might be a little too familiar. Do you ever just feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions all at once? Constantly stressed, or maybe just unable to really focus on any one thing?
If that sounds like your life, you are definitely not alone. But the source we're looking at today suggests that this feeling, well, it doesn't have to be permanent. It says there's a real path to reconnect with ourselves, even when life feels completely chaotic. Let's see how.
To get started, we've got to understand the landscape we're all trying to navigate. The book has a great name for it, Our Restless World.
It basically frames our modern life as being defined by these three big challenges, right? There's the relentless stress, a constant undercurrent of anxiety, and just this barrage of never-ending distractions pulling at our attention.
And the source for today's explainer, our guide through all of this, is the book Mindfulness by Dr. Debanjana Bhattacharya.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what on earth is the solution? Well, let's move on and see how this all builds up, because this next part is all about the power of slowing down.
This one phrase is really the core invitation of the entire book. And it's not about grinding to a complete halt. It's more about making a deliberate, intentional shift in our pace, and more importantly, in our awareness.
So what is mindfulness really? According to this source, it's a path. It's a way to reconnect with who you really are, to find that inner balance we're all looking for, and here's the really amazing part, to unlock your body's own natural ability to heal itself. Now, that last part, I know it might sound a little out there. How can a mental practice actually affect physical healing? Well, this brings us to the core idea in the book, the mind-body connection.
This is the big question, isn't it? What is the actual link here? How does something as simple as slowing down and paying attention translate into real physical health benefits?
Okay, so here's the first critical connection the book makes. Think about it. All those emotions we don't really process, stress from work, that lingering frustration, they don't just vanish. The argument here is that they can actually show up physically, as things like headaches, tension, or even real pain.
And this isn't just some vague concept. It's actually grounded in science. The source walks us through how chronic stress floods our bodies with hormones like cortisol. And over time, being in that constant fight-or-flight mode is directly linked to developing long-term diseases. All right, so we get the problem and we see the science behind the mind-body link. But what do we do about it? Let's explore what the book calls a path to healing. And the great news is, this isn't just a book full of interesting ideas. The source actually promises concrete, actionable steps that, really, anyone can take to start finding this balance in their own life.
So here it is, the three-step path it lays out. First, you start by restoring clarity, just cutting through all that mental noise. From there, you work on building resilience, so you're better equipped for whatever life throws at you. And the ultimate goal? To find a state of genuine, lasting calm.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from the problems of our crazy, restless world all the way to a potential path forward. So let's wrap this up with your takeaway.
So who is all of this for? The book puts it so simply. It's for anyone seeking peace in a restless world. If you felt that little ping of recognition when we talked about stress and distraction at the start, well, this message is for you.
If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Our inner mental world and our outer physical health are not separate things. According to this source, they are deeply, profoundly connected, one big system. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. Just look at your own day, your own life. What is one small, simple thing you could do to just,